Hello everyone. So we need to talk about Sony. I know, me talking about Sony again, what a surprise, right? But this whole live service situation is honestly starting to blow my mind. I thought we were maybe approaching an end to Sony's push for live service after Concord flopping, but I think it's pretty clear now that that just isn't the case. So we recently learned that Jade Raymond, a pretty highly praised producer in the gaming industry, to be completely honest, I couldn't tell you why, but anyway, she founded a company about 4 years ago called Haven Studios, and Haven is under Sony now. And we have just learned that she has either left the company or was kicked out. I don't know which it is. It honestly seems kind of like she was kicked out. It's kind of murky, but why is this significant? Because the game Haven is working on is Sony's Fair Games with a $sign instead of an S. Yeah, cringe. Anyway, as a lot of you know already, the entire internet is utterly disinterested in this game because it just looks like more generic trend-chasing trash from Sony. And the game has been in development for quite a while now, and now Jade Raymond is gone, and apparently her departure came just a few weeks after an external playtest for Fair Games. And I think it's pretty obvious that this playtest went so poorly that Sony either gave her the boot or she just left herself. And surprise, surprise, Fair Game sucks. Never saw that coming. And I think this game is going to be canceled at this point. There is literally zero interest in this game. The interest is in the ground. It's in the pits of hell right now. And now with the founder and spearhead of the project being gone, I think this is just going to be another canceled live service game from Sony, along with the other like 8 or something. Yes, it's been that many. And as you all know, we also have Marathon on the horizon, and what do you know? Almost no interest in that game as well. That this trend-chasing trash is still being worked on even after Concord. And Marathon is not the only reason I say that, by the way, but I'll get to that later. They really need, like desperately need, a reality check. Listen, Sony, you will never make the next Fortnite. Just stop chasing the Fortnite money, dude. It's never going to work out like that, and it's time you call it quits. Like, seriously. They should have just stuck to single player games like they used to do, or maybe just tack on a low budget multiplayer into their single player games instead of dumping millions of dollars and a shit ton of resources on a game that you want to have 10 years of support and battle passes and millions of players. That dream is dead. Actually, that dream never got off the ground to begin with. It's been nothing but failure for years from this live service push. The only live service game that wasn't either a failure or was canceled was Helldivers 2. But here's the thing, Helldivers 2 is not chasing any trends. Quite the opposite, actually. It's a pretty unique co-op shooter. So that's why it worked out. It's not trying to be the world's next biggest live service game. And maybe because Helldivers 2's success is why they haven't completely given up on this live service shit. I don't know, I can't really say, but regardless, after Concord, they should have put this to rest. Okay, now I'm gonna get into the reason I made this video, and the main reason I ultimately say they have not learned anything. So this went completely under my radar until recently. Sony made a blog post on May 7th, it's written by Herman Hulse, about a brand new studio under PlayStation. Okay, not immediately bad news, right? But it gets worse. He says, "Today I am thrilled to unveil a new studio in the PlayStation Studios family. Team LFG originated at Bungie, red flag, but has also rallied developers from across the industry to bring to life an ambitious incubation project that I'm very excited about." LFG stands for Looking for Group, by the way. And this next part is from Team LFG themselves. "We are driven by a mission to create games where players can find friendship, community, and belonging. We want our players to feel excited when they log on and discover their teammates already hanging out online. We want our players to recognize familiar names and make myths and memes out of each other. Love remembering that one time where they pulled off that play that changed the whole story of the match. As we say on the team, that's the good stuff. Oh my God. We will make immersive multiplayer worlds propelled by action games that players can learn, play, and master for countless hours." And it also says here that they have talent that has worked on Destiny, Halo, League of Legends, Fortnite, and Roblox. All long-running multiplayer titles, for the most part. Holy shit. They haven't learned. They're still trying to do this shit, even after Concord. Even after pouring hundreds of millions of dollars down the drain, they are still trying to push this trend-chasing trash. They just don't learn. How many failures and cancellations does it take to make you guys understand that we don't want this? It's mind-blowing. And of course, this blog post is written by Herman Hulse, the guy that thought Concord was going to be the next big thing and essentially delivered Sony their biggest flop of all time on a silver platter. They botched this entire generation because of this. And I know I'm kind of talking about the future before it happens, but these canceled games take time. That the companies working on them don't get that time back. They're probably just now starting their new projects like recently, and we all know how long games take to make nowadays. So I just highly doubt we'll see many more of these companies put something out before the next generation. What a joke, dude. But yeah, that's about it. I'll have this blog post linked in the description. I didn't read the whole thing in this video, so I would check it out in full if you're interested. It's not that long. So yeah, a few more months, we'll see how Marathon does, and by that point, I suspect we'll hear about Fair Games' cancellation. But that's just what I think. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.